world is obsessed with the idea of healing. Everywhere you look, there is a therapist, a book, or a coach telling you to let go of your pain. They tell you to move past your trauma so you can finally return to being normal. But let me ask you a question that most people are too afraid to ask. Why would you ever want to be normal? Normal people live normal lives. Normal people work normal jobs, accept normal salaries, and die with normal legacies. If you're watching this, it is because you have already endured something that wasn't normal. You have been through a fire that would have melted a weaker person. And if you have survived that fire, you are no longer a normal human being. You are a survivor. But being a survivor is only the beginning. Today we are going to talk about pain alchemy. This is the art of taking the raw, heavy lead of your suffering and transforming it into the pure gold of a multi-million-dollar mindset. Your pain is not a burden you carry. It is a debt that life owes you. But life is a cold, indifferent creditor. It will never pay you back unless you walk up to it and demand your interest. To turn this struggle into a reality, we must follow a precise blueprint. In this video, we are going to break this journey down into 5 specific phases. Phase 1. Defining the ghosts. Categorizing your past into specific fuel sources. Phase 2. The transition. The brutal shift from the victim mindset to the architect. Phase 3. The silent build. Why your struggle must remain a secret to protect its power. Phase 4. The translation. The mechanics of turning raw emotion into financial capital. Phase 5. The manifesto. How to finally claim the wealth you are owed. This is the blueprint for pain alchemy. Let's start the journey. Phase 1. Defining the ghosts. To change your future, you must first audit the materials you have. Your past isn't just one big cloud of sadness. It is a reservoir of high-octane fuel. But you cannot use it if you cannot name it. We categorize the ghosts of our past into 3 specific types of energy. First, there is the past of rejection. This is the memory of every person who looked you in the eye and told you that you wouldn't make it. The teacher who said you were a failure. The partner who left you because you weren't successful enough. Rejection is the most powerful fuel for the ego. It creates a burning need to prove the world wrong. Second, there is the past of poverty. This is the visceral memory of lack. The feeling of checking your bank account and seeing a zero. The shame of sitting at a table and realizing you can't afford the meal. As we explored in The Way You Use, time decides your wealth. Poverty is the ultimate teacher of urgency. When you have been poor, you realize that time is not just money. Time is freedom. Third, there is the past of betrayal. This is the deepest cut. When the people you trusted most turn their backs. But as we know from Pain Changes You Forever, betrayal is what finally wakes you up. It removes your naivety. It forces you to look at the world with cold, calculated eyes. It turns you into an observer. And in the world of business, the observer is the one who wins. Phase 2. The transition. Victim to architect. The most dangerous place you can stay is in the middle of a tragedy. Most people get stuck here. They become professional victims. They talk about their pain so much that it becomes their only personality trait. The transition happens the moment you realize that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to walk through that door and give you $1 million to make up for your hard life. The architect knows that if they want a mansion, they have to lay the bricks themselves. If you were rejected, the architect doesn't cry. They build a brand so massive that their presence becomes unavoidable. If you were betrayed, the architect doesn't seek revenge. They build a system so secure that they never have to rely on a single person again. This is the shift from "why is this happening to me" to "how is this happening for me?" Phase 3. The silent build. This is where most people fail. The moment they feel a little bit of drive, they go to social media, they tell their friends, they announce their comeback. And in doing so, they bleed out all the pressure. Alchemy requires a sealed vessel. If you let the steam out, the engine stops. You must learn to move in silence. Your struggle is your secret weapon. When people ask how you're doing, Tell them you're fine. Keep the hunger, the anger, and the ambition locked away where only you can see it. The world doesn't need to see your sweat. It only needs to see your results. When you work in total silence, you develop a level of focus that the attention seekers can never reach. You become a ghost until you become a king. Phase 3. The silent build. This is where most people fail. The moment they feel a little bit of drive, they go to social media. They tell their friends, they announce their comeback, and in doing so, they bleed out all the pressure. Alchemy requires a sealed vessel. If you let the steam out, the engine stops. You must learn to move in silence. Your struggle is your secret weapon. When people ask how you're doing, tell them you're fine. Keep the hunger, the anger, and the ambition locked away where only you can see it. The world doesn't need to see your sweat. It only needs to see your results. When you work in total silence, you develop a level of focus that the attention seekers can never reach. You become a ghost until you become a king. Phase 4. The translation, emotion to capital. Now, how do we turn this feeling into actual money? It comes down to emotional neutrality. A multi-million-dollar mindset is built on the ability to endure. Most people quit when things get boring or hard, but for you, Harsh, hard is your natural environment. You've already survived worse. When a business deal fails, a normal person gets depressed. You just see it as another day at the office. You've had your heart broken. A failed business deal is nothing. You use that emotional callousness to take risks that others won't. You use your past of poverty to live below your means while you invest every single dollar back into your empire. You translate pain into persistence. You translate anger into aggressive growth. You translate loneliness into deep work. Phase 5. The manifesto. As we reach the end of this blueprint, look at your scars differently. They are not signs of weakness. They are medals of honor. You have already paid the tuition for the most expensive school in the world, the School of Hard Knocks. Now it is time to collect your degree. You are not broken. You are under construction. The multi-millionaire version of you is already inside. They are just waiting for you to stop apologizing for your ambition. Your past was the fire. You are the gold. Now go claim what is yours. I want to see who is ready. If you are finished being the victim and ready to become the architect, comment below. I am the alchemist. Let the world know, not by your words, but by your future success. Subscribe to Inner Power Code. The journey has just begun.